Hello, and welcome to the final day of class matches. The current setup for the class match teams are under 540 points, which I managed to do with 20 points to spare. And here's the team. Fred, Cloud, Xisa. Obviously a lightning heavy team and very vulnerable to earth teams, so Zaza and Kitoni teams mean big trouble. But let's check the details. Alright, so let's start with Fred. Fred is 104 agility, 530 dexterity, obviously has the bells to get her AP up as fast as possible to start hitting off those bigger shots. Cloud, same thing, reflex, a little bit slower, but I need him to follow up attacks right after Frederika. And Xisa is going to be a little bit of a wall for the more aggressive teams. I can possibly charm or slow them down, remove CT as needed. So before we get started, I wanted to point out a few choice decisions that I made for my team. So for Frederika, the first one would be using the Razalgathi over the Laura's dual pistols. I didn't finish the item, and at the end of the previous video, which will be up in the corner, I came to the conclusion that the Razalgathi was a better weapon. Tetrasulfide, which is easy evasion, earth defense, missile attack up, a bit of a no-brainer. And lastly, the vision card, Curl, which is cheap at 50 costs and offers great lightning support. For Cloud's very simple, you have Golem, which offers defense and Man-Eater. Can't go wrong. Xisa. Firstly, she's equipped with the Leona's Castle, which gives 15 defense and 15 spirit. It's cheap, it keeps her alive, and slightly helps with critical. And lastly, the Psychic Gauntlet, which for fleet of foot gets her into range to charm an enemy or reduce that CT quickly and efficiently. Alright, so here we are. We've checked out the teams, we've checked out the compositions. Now let's get to some fighting. And don't forget to have your party formation set. Sometimes battles alone are won based on the right formation at the beginning of battle. Alright, so similar team, but if I'm faster, I should be fine. Two tips right off the bat. The importance of half turns. If you don't have to move, don't move. Your turn will come back quicker, and you'll be able to beat teams that even sometimes use those time manipulation tactics. I tend to ignore or leave tanks alone for last, or leave them for last. They're usually slower and get less turns, so charming them is usually a bad idea. However, if they do become a problem, you can always poison them or rob them of their CT.
My turn.
Another tip is keeping your eyes on the action order. When playing manual, sometimes your opponent will forget about charge times, and you could sometimes attack or alter their movement. Just keep an eye out for the action order.
Focus.
I'll protect everyone!
I've got you covered. Hiya! Oh, are you okay? Sorry, I was a little careless.
What I'm going to do with the sharpshoot right now is I just want to gauge how far I can hit, also how strong the tank is. It's always good to kind of keep an eye on him, even though you don't really want to engage with him too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to up my evasion, just in case there's some sort of weird tactic that they want to employ. Also, looking at the action order, I noticed my Xisa has 2 turns coming up, double turns, so that means I can take a half turn, and knowing full well that another turn will come up, so that means I can go for a 2 for 1 shot. If an enemy is rather close, I'd be able to take advantage of that. The opponent decided to bring the Mont in to try to attack my Frederika with Stone Throw, which would reduce the move or reduce her range. But keeping with the theme, I'm going to ignore Mont and I'm going to go after Frederika. But, you know, live by the sword, die by the sword, reflex for reflex, and it kind of cancels out, so that didn't really work. Either way, this move, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gauge and see how much damage that Xisa can do to Mont. So just gauging and seeing what I can do. But in reality, I'm not interested in either trying to confuse or charm the Mont. It makes no sense. Mont's next move is probably going to be way, way, way down. So it would just be a waste of a charm. Luckily, because of the area damage defense up, I was able to survive this barrage, and I have a few turns coming up with the opponent's Fred and Cloud in range. So this is pretty good. I'm in pretty good shape. So with Frederika in range, I'm going to have Cloud sharpshoot her, and it should kill her because Cloud has very high critical hit rate. So there you go, that's done, and that's one less problem. So when I was playing this live, I was actually very surprised that Cloud was able to get close enough to barrage both Frederika and Cloud, killing Frederika. So although Cloud has a very small amount of HP remaining, I wasn't so worried because Xisa is up next. This is the perfect opportunity to charm Mont. Mont, who has a high vulnerability to charm. I believe it's a 96%. So we're gonna charm him, and he has the advantage over Cloud, Cloud being lightning, so most likely he's gonna go and attack Cloud for a large amount of HP, which will allow my Cloud, which was next, to go and finish the job. So victory is almost guaranteed. Once again, I'm not going to really engage too much with Mont. I don't want to release him from charm, so I'm just going to gauge and see how much damage I can do. I'm going to take it slow, maybe just wind the clock down or try to run the clock out. I have 25, 22, a bunch of different moves. So right now at this time, I'm going to play around a little bit. I'm going to start to steal time, pull that CT down, and extend the turns, so, you know, take it nice and slow. I don't want the Mont to be released and then start to go crazy. So we're going to take this very slow.
Can't be! I'll help you!
I'll mangle you up.
you okay?
Alright, now, so with 5 turns left, doomed and pretty much not going to be able to do much damage, I feel comfortable releasing Cloud from the charm, and also trying to do as much damage as I can, running away, kind of playing hit and run tactics, and running out the clock.
I'll mangle you up.
Not yet!
So there you go, victory number 1. Not the flashiest of victories, but I'll take what I can get. There you go. On to the next one. So another interesting battle. I made a few mistakes in this one, but it's good to watch and learn. Either way, whenever you see a unit use re-raise, it's always going to raise the difficulty a little, because then you're going to have to stack your turns to be able to take out that unit. Which is the reason why UR Zazan is probably the best unit for these type of battles. He has 3 kind of ways. You have to kill him, basically kill him 3 times. So you're going to have to stop him from the courage or his guts, and then he has re-raise, and then you have to kill him the 3rd time, which is the last time. So he's really, really good in these type of battles. But let's go through the battle and see what I did wrong.
I see the ebb and flow. There's no way you can follow my movements.
Sorry, I was a little careless.
Are you okay?
Focus. Focus. Sorry, I was a little careless. Oh, thank you. Are you okay? I've got you covered.
So here's where I made my first mistake, not following my own advice when I'm not moving when I don't have to move. So moving Xisa out of position got her closer to the Frederika and made her vulnerable to getting attacked, as we're going to see very soon.
Time protects you.
Focus. Time for a shield.
So this is another mistake that I made. I brought Frederika into range or out of range, and I wasn't 100% sure if Cloud was going to be able to give her backup to kind of get that dual chain going, which would maximize the damage. And then to make a bad decision even worse, I used a full turn on Cloud, which completely took him out of the action order. So right now I am not in good shape.
Sorry, I was a little careless.
So now I'm thinking, crap, a quick in or a haste or something to speed up one of the other opponents. So I'm going to need to get something done. I'm going to have to attack, but my Xisa's out of range. So things are looking bad. So I think, what's the next best thing? Half turn, and let's heal up.
Thanks. Are you okay?
So when I saw Coretta, I was like, okay, that wasn't what I was expected. But either way, I was still in deep trouble. Made no difference.
Thank you. Time to protect you.
Sorry, I was a little careless. My turn!
Now I'm thinking maybe if I can get one and maybe 5-6 reflexes, I should be good to go.
Take that!
And I completely forgot about the re-raise. So playing this again, what I probably would have done was I probably would have went to the crystal and then attacked the cloud from the crystal and then taken my chances from there.
Take that!
上げだ。
Alright, so one loss. Let's go to the next battle. So, an interesting fire hybrid team. I don't have a lot of experience with Mashiri,
Alright then,
Christmas
here we
Mashiri,
go.
so this is going to be a very interesting battle for me personally, but I think I did pretty well in this fight. Let's watch.
There's no way you can follow my movements.
Things are a tad different for me tonight. Bringing good tidings is no easy task.
This should be interesting. Fired up.
遠慮はしない。いけるか。
Sorry, I was a little careless. Oh, are you okay?
So thinking back, I probably should have moved Xisa back a little bit to avoid what's upcoming, or what's going to come, as you'll see.
Here's
And there you go, a barrage. Didn't even know she had that in her kit. So this turn, now that I've seen how much damage that Cloud can do, I probably would have replayed the previous turn and having Frederika attack the opponent's Cloud and then having my Cloud barrage both of them and killing both of them off one shot.
畳みかける。はっ。ここからだ。
So, small side note, I always classify Rain as a tank, so I don't really consider him as much of a threat or a large threat. He doesn't really do that much damage for whatever reason. Either way, I may be wrong. Put it in the comments if you've seen Rain do large amounts of damage for whatever reason, doing whatever attack. I don't know. So at this point I figure I'm probably better off just trying to save the AP and just taking a swipe at the Cloud. And I guess my opponent saw enough, so he jumped. And I'm promoted to gold. Yay. Alright, so next battle. This was easily the favorite fight of the day. I don't see very often, if at all. This is probably the first time that I've seen a Lemure fight. and it was pretty interesting. You could kind of see a little bit of the chess play or the mind games kind of playing out in this fight, where the opponent is actually scanning, and you can see him kind of scanning what he can do or what the best move is. Very interesting fight.
Are you prepared to lose your lives? No mercy.
Re-raise on Helena, which is never good news.
I see the ebb and flow.
遠慮はしない。無理はするな。
Sorry, I was a little careless.
Are you okay?
My
Magical
magical
humor.
powers are rising. Oh, are you okay?
I'm gonna have to try to follow my advice a little bit more and not move my units whenever I don't have to. Here, for example, I move my Xisa up one step, and it may or may not have been necessary. When playing this opponent live, I was pretty much positive that Quicken, or the Quicken that was being started up, was gonna target Helena. For whatever reason, the opponent targeted the Phoebe,
Time favors you.
which is very weird, and I don't know if it was a mistake or some sort of strategy to move Phoebe up and to get her to use a turn a lot quicker. Obviously that would be the point of Quicken, but I didn't really make much sense why they did that. It may have been a mistake. Either way, let's see what happens, what comes from all of this.
My magical powers are rising.
So here's where things get interesting.
Are you okay?
Obviously, Phoebe is going to cast Quicken on the Helena. Helena moves up to my opponent, or moves up closer, and then kind of moves around and doesn't really figure out what to do. So that's what leads me to think that the previous move was some sort of mistake, because the Helena now is kind of, you sped her up, you moved up in the rotation, but now she's kind of a little bit lost and not sure what to do. She's kind of in no man's land, totally out of position, and that kind of gave me a bit of an advantage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to double up or stack the distance on my attack.
No mercy.
Time protects you. You have my
So
gratitude.
here we go once again. Another moving up closer, another Quicken, and kind of this weird little dance around my units. So not sure what the goal was in that, but let's see. Let's continue. And then the opponent does Dark and Focus, which will raise the accuracy. So I would really be interested to see what was the opponent seeing that caused them to get so close to do a full attack and then kind of recant and then kind of turn around. At this point, I'm looking to see what's going to do as much damage as possible and allow me to get Frederika out of the way. So I'm trying to see if I could kill Lemire one shot or damage Helena as much as possible, and then I'm gonna move Frederika out of the way, so she's not gonna be able to hit any or get any massive damage.
I won't let you fall.
My magical powers are rising!
Alright, so I get lucky and Cloud reflexes out, but it's so close, Frederika still dies, unfortunately. So let's get Xisa into the mix, but unfortunately Charm does not work on Helena. So let's go to the second best unit and try to charm her.
How mad will you are?
Now let's get rid of Helena, but we have to keep in mind that she does have re-raise. So this is a bit of a funny part. Just spoiler alert, the opponent is actually trying to use Asuna to cure Charm, but Asuna doesn't cure Charm, so it's basically
Are
a
you
waste of
okay?
turn.
I can do this.
So, under normal circumstances, I would actually take Xisa and go after Helena, but looking at the action order, Cloud is coming up on the turn. So, I don't want to release Lemure off the Charm, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to all-in attack Phoebe. The crit didn't kill her, but either way, she's pretty much damaged, so most likely what's going to happen is I'll probably heal or do some sort of desperation attack to try to get Lemure back on the right side.
I won't lose.
But Lemure's just being a derp and just casting spells and boosting herself.
Thank you. I'll bring you down.
So there you go. Last ditch effort, last kind of
How
last
mad will
chance
you
attack.
are?
But it didn't work, stop didn't work. I'm a bit interested in finding out what the percentage was to successfully hit stop. Either way, it did not work. So this being the third turn, Lemure is now free from the effects of Charm. Looking back, I probably would have been better off just recharming her and then sitting on the victory, but thinking that Cloud would have been powerful enough to one-shot her, I did steal time in the attempt to have Cloud come through in one shot, but you'll see what happens and what comes from all of it.
No struggle! What a crushing defeat for our enemy.
So, final battle. This one wasn't close. So here we go, fifth and last battle. very interesting battle. Unfortunately, whenever I see Zazan, I go into kind of desperation death mode, so I kind of go all in, and you'll see this in this one where I'm a little bit more aggressive trying to get to Zazan, either trying to charm him or at least attack him, and it doesn't really pan out. I'm going to have to maybe think of some sort of strategy. Either way, this was the final battle, so next time I might not even use the same team. We might be in a totally different meta, so let's just enjoy this.
All right then, here we go. Take that.
There's no way he can follow my movements. I see the ebb and flow. Are you okay?
遠慮はしない。無理はするな。
Focus. Time protection. これで安心。
Thanks.
行くよ。
I've got the cover.
Don't die.
あとは任せて。
So this was a bit of a mistake. I should have actually tried to see if I could sharpshoot, maybe move my character over and attempt to sharpshoot Phoebe, but I didn't do it.
Are you okay?
It is all history. Then here again, I made another mistake. I should have used Soldier's Honor and not Punisher.
Sorry, I was
Two
a little
mistakes.
careless.
Now for the third mistake, I moved Xisa over, not expecting the Tifa to be able to reach and get to Xisa as fast as she did.
I've got this.
Are you okay?
これで安心。 決めてくる。
上げだ。
Let the slaughter begin.
Time protect you.
Ooh, that'll do it. Thanks.
And there you have it. So 3 wins, 2 losses. We end the class war with a loss to King Zazan, who is probably the best unit right now for these types of things. So what do you think? What do you think I can improve on? What do you think could be done better? What do you think could be done differently? Leave a comment in the comment section. And if you enjoy these type of videos, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what's going on. Also, I have a friend slot, so if you see me around, don't be afraid. Just, you know, add me as a friend. I'm a daily user, daily player. So hey, it could be interesting. Thanks again. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the video. FLIXBOLT out.